Okay, so last Monday of the month. I hope you guys are rocking it, finishing Team Cup strong. I wanted to just share my screen really, really quick. I promise I'll fly through this and just remind you guys of what's going on right now. So some things to kind of keep in mind for September because you all know that we got to plan ahead, right? So the 3-week yoga retreat is coming out on Beachbody On Demand. That's a free program for 3 weeks on BOD. So feel free to share that. Most of you have health vet groups kicking off on the 5th. Well, all of you should be or in one. Remember that all people have to do is share a picture of their Shakeology 5 times a week and a sweaty selfie 3 times a week that they did their workout. And then they win a piece of the pot if they do it all 4 weeks of September. So really easy. I know I'm excited for my group. Something else I posted in the team page, I'm doing my own clean eating group for September. I'm trying something new. So I'm asking a couple of you to step up and run a team group together still so that you guys still have that in kind of your marketing for September. You're starting your week or starting your month strong and getting all those people that said no to the health bet in. So comment in the team page if you are willing to set that up. The script's already in there. Most of you guys have done it before. So I think it's really important for the team to do it together. Some other dates that I haven't released yet, but you guys will see on the team calendar is we're going to do another live coaching Q&A, and that'll be on September 14th at 8:30. So keep that off your schedule. And the Diamond Dash, our next second Diamond Dash training is kicking off September 19th. And what you have to do to be eligible to be in that training is to be an Emerald coach or higher and to complete your new coach training. So if you haven't finished your new coach training, there's still plenty of time to do it. And I want to see as many of you in there so we can hit Diamond in the fall early and really push for our big elite goals for the end of the year, which I'm excited about. And then if you want to speak on a team call, September 26th is open. I'll be coming back from Rachel's leadership Diamond retreat. So I'm throwing it out there as a date for somebody to get on and speak if you would like to. So that's open for you guys. Secondly, big shout out to you guys who are rocking this month. And also Amy is actually at 8. I made this morning and you guys made me work for it, so I didn't change it. But Amy's at 8 and Emily got up to 4. So 2 more lives changed in the last 8 hours. Super, super incredible. So I think it's 28 total. Let's bring it in, guys. Let's get all those so freaking close people up to 5. You guys can totally do it and change some more lives. Utilize the team to really support yourselves to get there and lock in your goals and win some cool hats, right? Because that's the Success Club 5 prize. So just want to kind of shout you guys out and say great work to Amy and Julie for locking in Success Club. And I know they're still pushing hard. One more thing I shared this weekend was our elite team board, and this might be kind of hard to see in here, but I just wanted to remind you guys how many of you are so super close to pushing to the next milestone in your business, and really Diamond is not hard. I think we put it up on this pedestal that it's this super unachievable thing, but all you have to do is get to Emerald first and then just hit Emerald over and over and over again. So just keep helping 2 people and then you help your coaches help 2 people. And it's just the duplication of hitting Emerald over and over again. And when you think about that, Diamond's not that hard. So shout out to these 10 women, and hopefully York will be up here soon, of really having some stable foundation in their businesses and pushing hard for elite team in 2016. So that's my little spiel. I wanted to introduce Rachel. No, we don't just drink all the time, but these are just the fun pictures that I pulled out. This is from our Success Club trip in March. Her and I went, and we actually met for the first time, I think, right, Rach? But she's been incredible. She is my coach's coach. And since you guys know my coach is pretty inactive right now, Rachel has really stepped it up and been there for me, helped push me in the direction of really leading you guys and learning how to be a leader. She's Success Club 5 All-Star. I've now been in Nashville with her again. Last year we walked past each other and didn't even know each other. I was like, hey, Rach. And she's like, who the heck is this girl? But she's become such a great friend to me. I can message her at any time. She's the most humble, giving person. And guys, she's built a 6-figure business in 2 years. That's incredible. And so I know she's going to share a lot tonight about her journey and kind of what's worked for her. I'm going to stop the share because I know you guys like seeing my pretty faces. But yeah, Rachel's just incredible. And I wanted her to come in at the end of the month and really hopefully give you guys some fire and belief in knowing that it's not hard. You guys just have to believe in yourself and focus on that long-term vision. So I'm going to stop chatting. Sorry I took so long, Rach, and the stage is yours.
You are all set. Thank you guys so much. It's so fun seeing your faces because I see all your names on Facebook, but it's awesome seeing your faces. I'm like the grandma of the group. That's what a lot of people consider me. So one of the really cool things about Beachbody is when, you bring on new coaches, you let them have their wings and they fly. And they create their own teams. And it has been one of the coolest things for me to be a guest speaker on Danielle's calls and see all of you guys, because you guys are still all a part of the team. So that to me, it's so humbling. It's so cool. It's one of the coolest experiences you'll ever have. So, shoot for stars and push for that. No, I'm just kidding. And to Danielle's drinking all the time, we do drink all the time. Just had to throw that out there. Just kidding. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about kind of 2 kind of separate topics. I actually just shared one of these with my team call that I do right before yours. And I want to talk about your vision. So you hear all of these things that I've already accomplished in the business, 6 figures in 2 years, 3-star diamond, 5-star all-star, right? And maybe you have no idea what any of those mean besides the 6 figures because the others are just like Beachbody terms. And that's okay. But before I want you guys to think about, oh, she's successful in the business, I need you guys to understand that there's been so many failures in my journey. And I'm going to share a couple of them with you guys tonight. And the biggest one is Success Club. I was literally just sharing this with my coaches on my team, and I was saying how I see both sides of the fence for Success Club. I'm not a coach to sit here and just drill it into your head like you have to hit Success Club or you're gonna fail, like your life is gonna crumble. I'm gonna cancel your account. You're gonna get kicked off the team page. Like I'm not that kind of person. But I also need you guys to understand the importance of achieving Success Club. So let me bring you back. I started in January of 2014 as a Beachbody coach. I kind of just came right in, like 2 feet, just ran with it and was like, what do I have to lose? I don't have much. I didn't have anything else going for me. I wasn't working. So this was my only source of income. My husband's in the military. So I was home all the time. He was gone all the time. So I used this to kind of like be my outlet. But so when I first started, my coach, Liz Harkey, she's my upline. She told me about Success Club and she said, just go and achieve it, like hit it, like it'll help you advance and everything. So I was like, okay, I don't know anything else. So I did. In February, I hit Success Club 8. And then I was kind of from then on, like very on and off with Success Club. I would hit, achieve it some months. I would hit it 2 months in a row. Then I would lose it for a month and then hit it again. Like it was very like wish-washy. It was not consistent at all. And I remember it got to a point, it was actually August. July, I had hit Success Club 10, the highest I've ever hit in my business. August came and I hit Success Club 4 and I missed it again. And I was just like, God damn it. Like, why does this keep happening to me? Like, why aren't people just reaching out to me? Like, you think they always will and whatnot. I actually didn't know you had to invite people into the business. A lot of the stuff I learned was just like fail forward and I just try it out and see if it works. But in August, I'll never forget that feeling of missing Success Club. And I had 2 coaches on my team that both achieved Success Club 10. And from that moment, I felt like such a failure. I felt like I was not a leader. I said, you know, how could they listen to me? Or why would they even consider a word I'm saying if they're achieving Success Club and I'm not? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, to me, like, I belittled the crap out of me. I shut down, basically. And then I missed it again in September, right? So another really hard freaking month. And I'm like, what is going on? And so at that point in September, I said, well, now we're in October. So I said, enough is enough. So October 2014. And I said, I am making a decision. I am making it a priority to myself to achieve Success Club for 12 consecutive months to prove to myself that I can do it. And guess what? I did it. I freaking did it, right? And it's because I made it my number one goal. I didn't care about rank. I didn't care about anything else except for helping 3 people every single month. I actually had to change the word Success Club. This is how, like, I feel like I was abused by the word Success Club. This is how bad it was. I had to change the wording to Success Club, from Success Club to helping 3 people every single month. I woke up every single morning and I said, okay, I'm going to help 3 people this month. I'm going to message people. I'm going to send out invites. I'm going to invite people to my challenge groups. I'm going to do all these things that they drill into our heads. And I'm actually going to do them and implement them and see where that turns out. And I did it. And there was months where it was the last day of the month, probably 10:59. And I'm sitting there like, going crazy because I'm pulling my hair out because I made it that much of a priority to myself. My poor husband had to like see the dark sides of that. So the moral of this story is no one's gonna give you, oh my God, talk about stutter, wicked bad. Moral of the story, I'm really goofy if you haven't realized that. I'm not very serious. Is that you're going to be the one that makes the decision to achieve it or not. You're going to be the one that's in charge of your success, right? So think about it. If you were to open up your own gym, your own health and fitness gym, Gold's Gym, franchise it, whatever you want to do, get creative. How are you going to measure that success? Typically, you're going to measure it year by year. And unfortunate for the gym owners that have to do it that way, and then at the year ends when they're crunching their numbers quarter 4, they're seeing a decrease in numbers. And they're like, holy crap, I just wasted the last 12 months of my business not growing because I had nothing to measure my success. We are very fortunate that we have Success Club to measure our success. That, guys, that's literally how you know that you're growing your business. That's how you know. Didn't even just catch that. I flipped those words. That's how you know you are moving your business in the right direction, right? Is by achieving Success Club, by helping 3 people. Whatever you have to do, if you have to change the words like I do, change the words. But just know you have to make it a priority. If you want to be successful in this business, it starts with Success Club. I'm like sweating over here. It is so hot in this room. So moving forward, I want to share with you guys 2 things. Actually, I'm going to share with you one thing. I want to share with you guys my vision board, because I think what helped me so much with that, getting over that hump and that hurdle with hitting Success Club consistently, was having the vision, seeing where I really wanted to take this business for my life, like what I wanted it to do for my family. So that a couple of months later, I did this. I know there's a boy on here and he's not going to want to do arts and crafts. You can do other things. Doesn't have to be arts and crafts. But I want to show you guys that, because this board sits in front of me every single day. Like, it's plastered. Well, it was right up there, but until I took it down. but I wanted to share some of these things. When I created this, guys, I laughed at some of the stuff that I put on there because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm actually going to achieve that. Like, this would be a joke if I did. I had my 2 cars that I wanted put on there. I have the Success Club Cruise, Success Club All-Star. I'll show you. Printed out the word Success Club All-Star. And yes, I have Autumn's abs because who doesn't want her abs? I have Strive for Nation Leadership Retreat in 2016. I have Financially Freedom. I have 100K, literally with the date. Let me show you. I'm going to ruin this all. 12/31, 100K, right? And then I have some other stuff on here. I've achieved almost every single thing on that board. That's what I was working towards every single day when I came into my computer and I had to do my power hour. I saw this every single day. I saw what I was working for. I knew the future that I was creating for myself and for my husband. I have to update this. I haven't updated it in a while, but some of the biggest things that I noticed was the car. Beachbody didn't grant me a car. I worked my freaking ass off to buy a brand new car, right? That wasn't something that you see other companies where like they're handed a car. No, I worked my ass off. I hit Success Club every single month to help me buy a brand new car off the lot. And then I returned it and got an upgrade because I'm high maintenance. Ask my husband how he feels about that one. He wanted to kill me. The Success Club trip, that was something I had to, my first year as a coach, I saw my team. I saw one of my coaches earn that trip for free. And I had to sit back in North Carolina where I was, and I had to watch her go on that trip. And it killed me. As happy as I was because she deserved that trip so much, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be on that trip. I wanted to show the entire world that I earned that trip. So I made it a freaking point to hit Success Club. I put the cruise pictures up there and I was there. And it was so much freaking fun. If you are not on that wait list for the trip, I don't care. Get on it. I don't care what happens. Just put your name on that damn wait list. The biggest thing, 2 biggest things, the 100K by December 31st. That was the one I laughed at myself for because that's a hard thing to achieve in this business. And I don't take a lot of pride, but I don't share it a lot just because I don't know. I don't want to sound greedy or any way, shape, form like that. But when I see that, guys, and Thursday is going to be a huge another milestone in my business. So make sure that you watch what happens because it's crazy. But that was something I never thought I could imagine. And what that's been able to do, guys, money will never buy you happiness, but holy crap, it just like makes life easier, right? Imagine what it would be like if you didn't have to pay your credit card debt or you didn't have to put money towards credit card debt. We were able to pay that in 6 months after going to my first summit in 2014. Credit card debt free. In October, I will be submitting my final freaking payment to my student loans. Like, I'm going to cry if I talk about it. Like, I just got goosebumps because that is something that's been such a burden on my life is my student loan debt. And in 2 months, I'm able to pay that off completely. This is what I'm talking about, having vision, having goals, seeing that long-term future. In 4 weeks, I'm hosting a leadership retreat for the diamonds that have achieved it on this team. Danielle and Claire will be there because they earned it. And guys, that was another thing I laughed at. I was like, there's no way I'll be able to actually do that. I didn't think I was going to have a team to spoil. And I have 10 girls there that are freaking like, that I'm going to be able to spoil so much. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, it's not just about the abs. It's not just about like the shiny objects. It's about what this business can do for your future and how is it going to get you there? Because we're not Beachbody coaches. At the end of the day, when someone asks you what you do for work, do you tell them a Beachbody coach? I hope you don't. Tell them what you're doing with your life. I'm changing people's life every single day. I'm helping people get off medications. I'm helping people get off depression pills. I am helping someone believe in themselves again. I just had one of my coaches leave corporate. I'm changing people's lives. Literally, I'm a people change lifer. I don't know. Make one up for that. I was listening to a podcast with ET. If you guys don't know who he is, he's the huge motivational speaker for, I think, Michigan State football team. And he says it best is he builds people up. When people ask him what he does, I don't even know what his real job is, to be completely honest. But when people ask him, he says, I build people up. Like, that's what we do as coaches, essentially, is we build people up. We show them the potential. We show them what can be done with this business. But it's a decision to go for it. And that comes back with Success Club. It's a decision to just go for it and give it your all. When your back's up against the wall, what are you going to do? Are you going to crumble and go fetal position? Or are you going to say, hell no, I'm going balls to the wall. I'm giving it all that I get, because what do you have to lose? Not much, right? So the second thing I wanted to kind of talk about is how I balance this with my spouse. So Woody is like saving grace for myself. We're kind of complete opposites. I'm like very outgoing. He's very quiet and shy. So when I first started or was considering doing Beachbody, I got on the phone with my upline, Liz, and I kind of just got off the phone and I was like, holy crap, like this girl just literally left her corporate job and is doing this full time. And I was like, oh, what if I could like really make something out of this? Like that would be a dream job, right? If I could work out, get healthy, and make an income, like it's literally a dream. That was my dream job and I'm living it. But he, from the beginning, he has always been so supportive, and the way he sees it as, and he tells me this all the time, and we talk about this all the time, is that if this was something that was making me happier and healthier, why would he not support me? Why would he not be there for me? Because the difference is, you know, before I was a Beachbody coach, he was coming home to a miserable life. I was so bored with life. I had nothing to do. I was like a cookie monster on the freaking couch, just like shoving, like eating so much food. It was so bad. All I wanted to do when he came home is just talk to him, because I haven't talked to anybody all day. And all he wanted to do is just sit and like decompress and be in complete silence. So it was very hard for us in the beginning of our marriage. Like we were just not figuring it out together. So when Beachbody came along, I like started doing more personal development. I started becoming a better person, a better spouse, a happier person. And it made his life a hell of a lot easier. So he was kind of like, yeah, this is great. Keep going. Like keep pushing yourself. So I've never had that experience of my spouse not supporting me. And honestly, if he didn't support me, that would probably motivate me more to make this work. Because even if my family, like my biggest pushback was probably my brother, the closest person to me besides my husband. And I remember going home and telling him like what I was doing. And he was like, you're just sucked in a pyramid scheme. Like you're an idiot. And then I was like, spell pyramid. He didn't know how to do it. So I got him there. But I just had to throw that out there. He would kill me for saying that. But that was my biggest pushback was my family. They just didn't understand what I was doing. They didn't get it, because it's so different from what we're told is right? To go to school, go to college, get that 9-to-5 job, la-di-da. Like that's what life's supposed to be. So when I'm the rebel of the family, and when I decided to do this and pursue Beachbody, everyone was like, you're insane. Like, why are you posting pictures of yourself half naked on the internet? Like, can you take them down? And I was like, no, I have to show my body. I have to show my progress, damn it. And so because of that, it made me really work very hard, because I needed that income. Because I knew if I made that income with my and showed my family, like, hey, I got out of debt, and hey, I'm supporting my family. Hey, my husband doesn't have to work anymore. I knew if I did those things that they would finally understand it. They would take it more serious. And Danielle knows, she met my dad on the cruise. He gets it now. I think he gets it. I don't actually know. But he was trying to like recruit Beachbody coaches on the Beachbody cruise. I had to like keep telling him, I was like, Dad, we're already all signed up. Like, we're all good. He's awesome. He's so funny. But, you know, one of the biggest moments for me was being able to take my parents on the cruise. So my husband couldn't come because of military obligations. So I was able to take both of my parents, and that, because my family was such the biggest pushback for me, taking them on that cruise, guys, was one of the biggest highlights in my entire Beachbody business to this day. Seeing their faces like light up walking onto their cruise, like they didn't pay for anything. I took care of the entire trip for them. We went and swam with dolphins. My parents have never done that before. We touched stingrays. It was really slimy. And they just had the time of their life. And my parents, they're so near and dear to my heart. They're a big reason why I still show up to this business, is because I want to give them a better life. I want to give them the life that they gave me. I want to give back to them. I want to literally retire. Well, they're already retired, but I want them to never stress about anything in the world ever again, because I want them to know that their baby girl has got it covered for them. And that's what I'm going to do, because I have no other option. Right? I have to make that happen for them. So going back to balancing with the whole spouse, I got so sidetracked. My family was not supposed to be a part of that topic. I make sure that my family always first. My husband always comes first in my business. He's very appreciative when he knows I throw up a post at night. But here's the thing, guys, is I plan it out before. So I'm not sitting there at like 8 o'clock trying to figure out, damn it, I need to come up with a post for tonight. No, I plan all of my posts before, so that when 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock comes around, I literally just copy and paste it and put it on my Facebook, and then my phone goes down. I don't look at my phone. He's gone throughout the day, so when he's gone, I'm Beachbody work. When he's home, I'm available to him. If he drives me nuts, I say, I need a minute. I go upstairs and I do some Beachbody work. He'll kill me for saying that too. But we make it work because he sees now the vision. He sees what this business is doing for our life. He sees that when he gets out of the military in like, I don't even know, in March, how many months is that? 7 months, which I haven't freaking been paying attention to. He has the choice of what he wants to do with his life. He doesn't have to go and rush to that first job that accepts him, because he can be picky with what he wants to do. Technically, he doesn't have to work, but I'm making him work because I don't think he can be home. I don't want him to be home with me. I need my time. I have a question. So, no, he did not see my vision, because truth be told, I didn't even see my own vision for this business until I was a good year into it. So he saw it when I came back from Summit. So Summit in 2014 was in Vegas. I went on a limb, was just like, I'll just give this a try. I came back and was like on fire. And actually, Chris Reed, he is part of the whole Dave Ramsey thing, and he taught me basically how to get out of debt. And I took that. That was probably the biggest thing I took away from Summit. I took that and I brought that home to him. And I said, I have a plan. We're going to get out of debt. So that immediately caught his attention. And he was like, really? How are we going to do this? And I did everything. Like, I literally wrote out everything that we needed to do. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. And he was like, okay, game on. Like, let's go. And then when we started to see the income kind of come a lot faster and a lot more, he was like, holy crap. Like, we got out of debt a lot faster. We were able, when we pulled our finances, he had to see like the finance side, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He had to know that there was going to be an income, and he knows that it's never stable, but we know the minimum of what we're basically going to make for a week, unless I screw something up like my volume and lose rank by a lot. That's another story. But yeah, but I also share my vision with him. Like when I do these vision boards, it's not just me like up in my office with a bottle of wine, like doing arts and crafts. And yes, I said bottle. It's me talking about our future with him. Like, we'll sit on Zillow and we'll look at houses all the time, like, because we're starting to think about our future, or our next purchase is probably gonna be our house. And we'll say, like, what's the most important feature in your house? And like, for me, it's the kitchen. For him, it's the backyard. But we'll sit there and we'll like talk about like literally we go down to a T. He might not. This is me, where I'm like, I walk in and I know exactly how my house is going to look. That's why I say we need to build my house. Because I'm like that anal. But it's stuff like that. And then, you know, we're talking about going to a trip to Europe. It's getting him on board with seeing what this business is going to do. Like, he's coming to the retreat. He's very much involved with a lot that's been going on with the retreat. And I think he's really excited about it now too, because he gets to see. I mean, he doesn't do any of the work. He doesn't work out. He doesn't drink his Shakeology. Let me just back up. He wrestled for like 25 years of his life. He was competing at the Olympic level. So I'm giving him time off. Trust me, he'll be getting back into it soon. But he'll drink Shakeology when he feels like it. Like, I don't force this business onto him, which I think is what's been really beneficial for both of us. He has to have his thing. I have my thing. And Beachbody's my thing. Like, it's my passion. I love it. It's not his passion, so I'm not going to force it upon him. You know, he'll come around. I think the retreat will help with him a little bit, but he's a very shy person. I always used to give him crap for not getting his account, like signing people up in his account. And I'd be like, you're not at Diamond yet. Like, what are you doing? It's just funny because that's my personality. But, he jokes with it, and he has, you know, recruited people to me, I think you could say. Yeah. He sent people basically my way, like in small talk. He'll bring it up. He knows what I do. He knows I'm successful at it. But it's something I'm never forcing upon him. And I think that's the biggest takeaway that you could have, is that you have to kind of let other people come when they're ready. If you try to force it down their throats, this is like with life too. Like, if you try to force Beachbody down people's throats, the first thing they're going to do is back away from it, right? Because wouldn't you do the same? So continue to do you, continue to be that positive light, continue to show up for your business, and know that you're doing something to better your future. And eventually they will come around. They will. Does anyone have any questions? I'm sweating. Oh my God. My fan's like right next to me.
I know those of you out there who have spouses definitely have some questions. Okay, here you go.
Okay. Yes, I do. So the question was, do I work his account? Yes. When I was pushing for Diamond in my first couple of months as a coach, my upline told me to sign up my spouse's account and get his account to Emerald. And that's what I did. He's still an Emerald coach. I have like this weird FOMO of like putting coaches in his account for some reason. Like, it's a weird thing. Other coaches are like amazing at working their husband's account. That's not one of my strengths. It's one of my weaknesses. But I keep him at Emerald for now. And we actually, because I've kept him at Emerald, is we cycle. We max out in cycles every week from his account. So we make it an extra, when you max out, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but when you max out in cycles, you can make a maximum of $250 a week for being an Emerald coach, which he does now. So I can't complain.
Amy's, she's one Emerald away from her Diamond, and it's her husband's account. So she's like, I know she's thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely work your spouse's account. That was one of the biggest things I did. A lot of people don't understand the benefits of working a spouse's account, but it pays off. Okay, so if you're a numbers person, if you need to see numbers, so signing up my husband in March or April of 2014, a couple months after I signed up, I kept him at Emerald that entire month, and his account alone made, I think it was $5,000 from March to December, just from keeping him at Emerald. Granted, I was placing people in his account then to push for Diamond. So I was actively working his account more. How many are in his downline? Like 10? I don't know. Like, yeah, not that many. Maybe a little bit more than 10. No more than 50, I can say that. Yeah, I keep him at Emerald. There's no huge rush, except now I'm at a point where I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for not pushing him to Diamond, because I'm missing out on cycle bonuses. My $4 a freaking cycle. So that's something I had a huge realization a month ago. So I am now pushing his account to Diamond, so I can maximize my income growth, I guess you could say.
And so what Rachel's saying with that, just to kind of clarify for you guys, at Emerald, you cycle at $14, right? And so you can only earn $250 a week. That's your max for an Emerald. When you get to Diamond, it's $18 a cycle, and it's like what, $1,000 a week, Rach? I think, for Diamond. So it's a huge big gap, and that's why we try to push you guys to get to Diamond as fast as possible, so that you increase. That's $1,000 a week, guys. Like, that's huge, even just being a Diamond coach. I don't even cycle at that. I wish I did.
You might not think that $4 is really a huge pay increase if you're comparing it to really corporate, but I promise you guys that $4 over time adding up, it makes a significant amount of income difference in your business.
Lauren, what do you have? I know you've been struggling this month a little bit with spouse stuff.
Yeah, so I think you made me cry 3 or 4 times, Rachel, so thank you.
I made you cry?
Yes, and I'll tell you, it's a good thing, because so Amy and I have been pushing each other, and we both have a lot going on from the spouse account world, and trying to focus on controlling business hours and making sure that we honor them so we can honor our relationships as well. But I think you made me cry because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. When you started talking about missing Success Club over and over again and having that vicious cycle, that is me. And I'm doing it. You took the words right out of my mouth. And I think it's just having someone out there to say, suck it up. And I know Danielle said it to me enough times. I know Amy said it to me enough times, but to hear it again from someone else, and to say you can get past it. Thank you.
You're going to make me cry. It's such an emotional call. No, I think sometimes we need to hear that. You guys you might look at me. It'd be sweet if you looked at me and thought I was super successful. But guys, I fail all the time. And it's honestly, it's a decision. It's you get into a point like tonight where you're at and you're just I'm not going to let this defeat me anymore. I'm going to go for it. And you just do it. Your success is based off of yourself. I can't be successful for you. Danielle can't be successful for you. You have to be successful for yourself. And if you're struggling with the, prioritizing and time management, when you guys, this business doesn't have to take up all of your day. I put a lot of time into it because I can, but I will promise you I dick around half of the day. I'm not sitting at my computer and just super focused all the time. I have dogs that they're so distracted to my life. So that's kind of why I can kind of mess around a little bit more with my power hour. But if you're someone that's you need to figure out when you sit down for your power hour, and you have to talk this out with your husband, say hey, when I come home from work, I'm going to be exhausted. I might be a little bit cranky, but I'm going to do this really quick for an hour. And after that, I'm done. Beachbody's done. But in that hour, you have to be so focused and you have to just know what you're doing. Like, have a checklist. Like, okay, I'm going to friend request 10 people, ready, set, go, and do it. Like, that's really fast, right? You can do that really fast. I'm going to plan out my post for the next day so I don't have to spend a lot of time on them. In the car, what I do, guys, because I do my best thinking in the shower in the car, and I can't take my phone in the shower, otherwise I'll die. When I'm in the car, my mind is just like, it goes places. I was telling this to my husband the other day or today, and I was like, I wish people could just be in my mind sometimes, because I'm like, I have all these ideas. Just gonna put them out on paper. But I record myself, and I'll think of posts. Like, I just thought of a post before this call, actually, and I was like, oh my God, that's a genius post. I'm like, yes, because it's my story. I just forgot about it for a while. But yeah, plan out your post ahead of time. Figure out what works best for your schedule. Don't ever let this business become more stressful than anything else in your life, because that's when this business is going to become a job, and it's going to become a chore, and you're not going to have the fun in it. You're not going to like have great calls like this. It's not going to be fun for you. And this business should never be that stressor in your life. This should be the one thing that like, you're just like, oh, finally. Like, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, yes, like I get to connect with my Beachbody peeps. I get to just chill and like hang out. They understand me. They know what I'm going through. They know my struggles. Let's just hash it out. Like, sometimes you need that in your life. So I think it would just mainly be figuring out a schedule that works for your family. It doesn't have to necessarily work for the entire Beachbody community. Make it work for you in your business. Because at the end of the day, it's your business. It's not my business. It's not Danielle's business. It's not anyone else's but yours. Did that help? I go on tangents. You'd think I'd have energized tonight. I didn't.
That really helps, and I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry, York, that this is your first call and you're watching women cry. But thank you so much, Rachel.
What else you guys got? Don't be wonderful. Got like 5 minutes.
You know what? I was actually watching York, because I know it's like you really come into a business where it's like majority of the females, except I know you got into the Fit GC, Gentlemen's Club. Gentlemen's Club. I don't know why I have to say it like that. But if you want a guy to follow in the business, I think actually Rob Pearson might be in that group. I was actually just watching, so he runs his business with his wife, Chelsea Pearson, who I'm like obsessed with both of them. And he's awesome. Like, he runs team calls and there's like 50 women. The call I literally just watched, it was him and 50 women, and like they were all just sobbing. And he's just like, hell yeah, like go get it. So follow him. I think he's an awesome person. I think it could be really helpful because you're a little outnumbered. I'll get Woody on the call next time.
Thanks, Rach. I gave him a bunch of guys to follow, but Rob wasn't one of them. I forgot about him. So that's good. What else you guys got? Anything? Everybody's feeling strong about Success Club and the vision and crushing it this month. All right, well, I don't want to take any more of your time unless, Claire, you got anything? You look like you were itching to get.
I know. Well, it's been well, a lot of you guys know it's been a crazy month for us. But one thing that I don't really have too many questions for you, Rachel. We've checked in a good amount this summer. But I think one thing that's helped Richard and I a lot is, and I have not always been good at this, because you guys know the last year of my life is just, can I use the word awful? Is that okay? It's just being so open and honest. And when I got really stressful, it was easy to just shut down and just keep doing my Beachbody thing and being quiet about it. But now that I feel like my life has completely changed, like I've had like a 180, and I'm like constantly talking about it, not to like obsess about it, but to this point of like, I'm sharing like, this is what I'm doing today. Oh, hey, by the way, I just got my Beachbody work done. Now I can get on with the rest of my day, just like sharing these little snippets. And I think it's, he's definitely come to respect me a lot So yeah, and I don't want to take away your time either, Rachel. But I shared this with Danielle. But for my team, Passion Fit Dynasty, this is kind of our last quote unquote formal call with Glow Diggers tonight, as we start our own team calls next week. So we're not going anywhere. We're just going to be on a different day and a different and a different video. So I just wanted to, publicly share that with all of you guys here. So if you don't see our faces, we didn't run away. We still love you all, but we're very excited to, take this next step as a team. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
Super proud of you, Claire. And you can bet that we're going to be dragging you back to speak.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you won't. This is not the end of us, so that's for sure.
Awesome. Super big moment for you guys. I'm excited. Anybody got anything else? I don't want to cut you off. Julie. Well, thank you so much, Rachel. I think this was super helpful, especially at the end of the month. I hope this gives you guys the fire to really see why Success Club is important and communicating with your spouse and just going for it. When you make that decision, and I've talked about it a lot, but really when you make that decision, your mindset that it's happening no matter, I don't care what obstacles in my way, but I'm going to do it, you will. So big thanks to Rachel, and this recording, I'll try to get it up tonight or tomorrow morning so you guys can watch it again over the next 2 days if you want to. And I can't wait to see you next month, Rach. See you guys. Have a great week.